I'm Atsushi Matsuoka. In this class, I will explain problems and countermeasures of farmland fragmentation in Japan. Generally, in Japan, farmland managed by farmers is scattered in several places, and each farmland is intricate with each other. Such a situation is called bunsan sakuho in Japanese. Next, this figure shows a schematic diagram of farmland fragmentation. From this figure, you can see that the farmlands of farmers A, B, C, and D are intricate with each other, and their farmlands are dispersed. Fragmentation of farmland is a common feature not only in Japan but also in Asian countries. In European and American countries, the farmland managed is located in one place and is called farming. The fact that the farmland is consolidated enables efficient farming operations using large machinery. On the other hand, in Japan, fragmentation of farmland is an obstacle to agricultural production. In some way, we need to overcome the problem of farmland fragmentation. Based on these points, in this class, I will first explain the formation factors of farmland fragmentation in Japan, the actual situation of farmland fragmentation, the merits and demerits of farmland fragmentation, and finally, I would like to talk about the measures in order to overcome farmland fragmentation. First, let me talk about the factors that make up farmland fragmentation. The factors that make up agricultural land fragmentation can be broadly divided into three categories: geographical, historical, and socio-economic. Regarding the geographical factors, Japan has a problem in that it is difficult to create large plots of land because the land is narrow and there are many slopes. In Japan, since the 1960s, paddy fields have been improved using 30A plots as standard plots. However, at present, the ratio of paddy fields with plots of 30A or more is about 60%. It is said that it is difficult to create 30A paddy fields on land with a slope of 1/20th or more, and in mountainous area, rice terraces with small plots and irregular shapes are still common today. In Japan, the arrangement of dwellings in villages is also significantly related to the fragmentation of farmland. In general, villages are divided into Mikyo villages and Senkyo villages. Mikyo village is a form of village where the residences are concentrated in a specific area within the village. On the other hand, Senkyo village means a village in which houses are scattered within the village. In Japan, most of the villages are said to be Mikyo villages. In a Mikyo village, it is difficult for all farmers to have farmland near their homes, and farmlands have to be fragmented. This figure is an example of a Mikyo village. You can see that the houses are densely located on the east side of the village. This figure is an example of a Senkyo village. You can see that the houses are scattered all over the village. Next, I would like to explain historical factors. In Japan, it can be said that farmland has been historically allocated to be fragmented. In the past, agriculture was at great risk due to unseasonable weather and pests, and farmland fragmentation has the advantage of reducing risks. In addition, allocating farmland be fragmented will ensure that farmlands with good conditions are not concentrated on a specific farmer. This also meant maintaining the harmony of the villages. For example, Wariki Saido, a farmland allotment system, was employed during the Edo period. Farmland in villages during that period were divided into small plots to be given to individual farmers, impartially fixing the terms by a lottery drawing. Finally, I would like to explain socio-economic factors. In Japan, farmland is said to be fragmented as farmers expand their business scale. The reason for this is that land prices and rents are generally expensive in Japan. Therefore, it is difficult to acquire a large area of farmland at a time, and purchasing or borrowing a small area of farmland is a common pattern of scale expansion. Another problem is that the market for buying, selling, and renting farmland is incomplete. For a market to function efficiently, it is assumed that sellers and buyers have complete information. However, in the case of farmland, there is a problem that information on those who want to buy, sell, or rent is not sufficiently shared and accumulated in rural areas. For this reason, buying and selling or lending and borrowing of farmland is limited among relatives and acquaintances, and even if there is a farmer who wants to expand the farmland, it will be difficult to find the farmland near his home. In recent years, the case of equal inheritance has increased, especially in cities and their surroundings, and the problem of fragmentation of farmland has arisen with inheritance. Next, I would like to explain the actual situation of fragmentation of farmland, using paddy rice cultivation and citrus cultivation as examples. This table shows the relationship between the management scale and the fragmentation of farmland, taking the example of rice farmers in Seo City, Ehime Prefecture. You can see that the number of plots tends to increase with the expansion of the management scale. Next, this figure shows the results of survey conducted by Professor of the University of Tokyo, showing the arrangement of paddy fields by large-scale rice farmer. The scale of his management is about 20 hectares, and the paddy fields that he manages are shown in black, indicating that it is significantly fragmented. This figure shows the layout of paddy fields by rice farmer in Kumikogen Town, Ehime Prefecture, hilly and mountainous area. The management size of this farmer is just under 4 hectares and belongs to a large-scale operation in the town. The farmer's own land is shown in green, and the borrowed land is shown in red. We can see that the owned land is near the house and the borrowed land is far away. As the management scale increases due to borrowing, the fields are fragmented vertically along the river. This table shows the relationship between the management scale and the fragmentation of farmland, taking the example of citrus farmers in Uwajima City, Ehime Prefecture. You can see that the number of plots tends to increase with the expansion of the management scale, as with rice farmers. This figure shows the layout of orchards managed by citrus farmer in Yawadahama City, Ehime Prefecture. The farmer's own land is shown in green, and the borrowed land is shown in red. The borrowed land is located far from the owned land, and we can see that the orchards is fragmented due to the expansion through borrowing.